Morning everyone. It is another beautiful day here today. We've got blue skies and it is warm very early in the morning. We haven't had any decent rain now for about a month. So our last decent downfall of about 30 something mils was back in mid-October, and now we're mid-November. So we haven't had any rain for a month or so, and everything is getting very crispy. The trees are suffering a little bit, so we've been putting irrigation on those, and Ian is doing some grafting today, so we're not sure how those are going to go because it's so hot that even the parafilm is melting. The grafting knife is too hot to handle. Very hot. October, November, December is usually when we get our big storms. And we've only really had a couple of big storms, and very little compared to what we should be getting. It hasn't even looked like we're going to get any storms for the last couple of weeks, so hopefully that changes. Australia really is a vast continent of lots of different weather all at the same time. So at the moment down south in New South Wales and Victoria, they are having disastrous flooding, really bad flooding. People's homes, businesses are being inundated, the roads have been destroyed. It's just really terrible. And meanwhile up here, nothing, and yet we're the wet tropics. So I don't know, everything seems really strange in terms of the weather at the moment. So we would gladly take some of New South Wales and Victoria's rain off them if we could. As you can see, we've got sections of our paddock that tend to dry out. We think it's where maybe an old creek bed used to lie, so you can see up there is quite green still. And then if I just swing around here, you can see we've just got this section here that's just really crispy. So maybe an old creek bed. I keep telling Ian there must be gold under there, but I don't think he's too keen on me digging it up to find out. So yeah, a nice decent downfall would be very much appreciated. I am not complaining about the blue skies and the sunshine because it is really glorious and it really makes you want to get outside and enjoy it, even though by the afternoon it is very, very hot. But that's what air conditioning is for. But yeah, a nice drop of rain would be very welcome for the trees, and also for us. It's really dusty because it's been so dry, and they're still hauling cane at the bottom of our road there. So lots of dust around, very dry dirt roads, and heavy machinery kicks up an awful lot of dust. So some rain would help to just settle that down a little bit, and I wouldn't have to do so much cleaning. There is Ian doing some grafting with the help of Stumpy, it looks like. I'm not sure that Stumpy is actually a good help. While Ian's lying on the floor trying to graft and Stumpy's pouncing all over him, wanting kisses and cuddles. I'm not sure if you can hear on the video, but they are cane hauling down on the road there. So more dust for us, yay!
Warm.
It is warm.
Perfect day to be lying on the ground and having the stump climb all over you.
Is your grafting knife getting hot yet?
I'm keeping it in the shade. Got it yesterday. Wow. Just the secateurs and the grafting knife. It was just 2 minutes on the ground lying flat, and that was it. It's too hot to handle.
And your parafilm was melting?
Yeah. So that's all that side done. So there's probably, over the last couple of days, I reckoned about 50 odd, did I say? And I've probably got same again, I would guess, another 50. So, yes.
Oh, well, fingers crossed that they work. The last lot that Ian did looked very promising. They're starting to push new buds, so...
And the ones before that are powering away.
Yeah, so we just hope that it's not too hot for them.
Well, normally we do it sort of little bit in the cooler months.
Yeah, July, August usually. Yeah. So we're a bit later this time, but I mean, they do need the heat and humidity to power away, so we'll see what happens. Over there is where Ian would like a bench.
Yeah, just down there in the shade.
Yeah,
how cool is that?
Where Stumpy's heading over to now.
Well, it looks a million times better, doesn't it? And literally just here, and I'm not even in the boundary, but the temperature has just dropped.
I do feel like if Ian gets a bench in that little shady spot, that I will get far less productivity from him.
Not if you bring me down to Powman's lunch.
Did you hear that?
Oh wow, it's hot. It's really hot. We've got these gauges. We use them in the nursery, really, but it senses the temperature and the humidity. So temperature is 30.7 or 31 and humidity is 70%. And that's at about 7:30 in the morning. So I will bury the sensor here in amongst the mulch at the bottom there, and we'll see if that makes any difference, because it always does feel a different temperature down there. There. Let's see what happens. I'll come back to that in about 10 or 15 minutes. All right, there, Stumps. We are harvesting some more seeds. That's interesting. Already the humidity, and like I say, we've really had no substantial rain at all. Haven't been irrigating, and already the humidity's up to 76%. Just under this mulch. Just goes to show what a difference the mulch makes. So my job this morning is to get on with picking. Be a little bit difficult to video that. Angela's at work. I'm on my own and my hands are full. Okay, so the sensor has been buried in there for 10 minutes now. And you'll see temperature's 30.4, humidity's gone up to 87%, and that's with no rain for, well, for 4 weeks. So it makes a big difference, big difference. And here we are in the durian trees. I was just passing them and there's just a little bit of scent coming, and the flowers are just beginning to open, so maybe tonight, but I would say definitely tomorrow night. Hopefully not when it's absolutely pouring with rain, assuming we get some rain. I don't know how this drought that we've had is going to affect the crop. I mean, you can irrigate, but irrigation just is not the same as rain. I mean, last year we had a really wet period coming up for October time, and that was probably the best fruit set and crop that we had off these. So kind of says that the, oh, you've got to starve them with water and almost kill them, is kind of wrong. Because yeah, last year it rained and rained, but we still had heat, so it put stress. It actually put stress on the foliage. So maybe it's more stress in the foliage than it is starving them of water in the roots that makes a difference. because it's not like in Malaysia and Borneo and whatever that they get stressed that much. Alrighty, better get on with picking the jackfruits. So packing day today, me and the little Stumpy. He just has to destroy things. Angela's off at work, so it's just me doing the packing. Susan's beginning to pick up now. Hopefully we'll improve once we've increased the orchard. Did a whole heap of grafting this last week. It's a lot hotter than what I would like, but after a little bit of trial and error, oh, I smell that fruit. Yeah, after a bit of trial and error, we've adapted our grafting to allow for this heat, and now we're having like a lot more success. We're back up to our normal success rate, which, to be honest, when we graft during the winter time and there isn't the stress on the plants, we're well into the 90s. I mean, originally we did like what, 300 trees, and I think there was 3 that didn't work, so that's pretty significant. Bear with me, this is normally or quite often Angela's job, so she's better organised than me. The Great Wall of Boxes. Hey ho, let's get going. Oh, I do hope these all fit in. So when I put the ratchet straps on, I always put them on the passenger side. That way, if you're on the highway and you have to adjust them, at least you're not in the flow of the traffic. I always roll the strap up. I think there's supposed to be a legal limit that you can't have like a whole heap blowing about. And to stop it from unravelling, the last wrap goes through the middle, over the top, pull it, and then that I push inside the box, and that won't flap about. Save here. Put labels on both sides, or both entrances of the pallet. Who it's going to and which markets. This is Melbourne. And we're off. The hope is that it doesn't rain on me. Left Stumpy at home. Man, it's sticky. That'll be 20 past 11, plenty of time. I think the latest that they like things dropping off is 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Absolute latest 3, although that's a bit naughty because the truck is supposed to be leaving at 3. Sort the gates out. That's my little post that the gate sits on. Although Stumpy has never jumped the garden fence, always close this gate just in case. And then that's on the post just to ask people to close the gate. Tight. Tight. Hey ho, let's go. Tow bar on, brakes opened, lights on, chain on. All good. Thank you very much everybody that watches, and thanks for comments and messages, and yeah, if you can like, apparently it does help, and get to show people something of the tropical fruit industry.